wet gear, oh, wet camera, oh my god, and I'm soaking wet through. I think the rest of this vlog is going to be inside. Hello, my name is Martin and welcome back to another video. All good vlogs start off in Angel Meadow, but I'm not doing Angel Meadow today. I'm going over to Mayfield Station. Now Mayfield Station is a big old disused station in Manchester, and I was there a few days ago sort of casing the joint. No, I wasn't casing the joint, I was just looking round to see if perhaps, you know, you could go in and look round, or perhaps the old station master was still there, you know, inviting people in. It wasn't the case. But anyway, it's a great big old disused station. It's really interesting, and some of the streets around there, honestly, I walked around some of the streets and they were just kind of like, what's the word, awe-inspiring yet desolate. And in our city full of glass structures and corporate chains and new developments, this place where I'm going to go now is kind of like the antithesis to that. Is that the word? It's kind of like the complete opposite to that. And you know how I love to find these places that are sort of remnants of the past that are still standing in 2017. Well, where we're going to go now is one of those places. It's kind of like the land that time forgot. I bet Paradise Walk could tell some tales. So there it is, Mayfield Station. That everything is connected is something new. I don't know what that's about. But Mayfield Station opened in 1910 and was a passenger station up until 1960. And then it was like a relief station for London Road Station, which is across the road. London Road, of course, now is called Piccadilly Station. Anyway, Mayfield Station closed to passengers in 1960, and from then until 1986 it was a parcels depot. And then when all the parcels went back on the roads, off the railways, British Rail closed it, and it stood derelict ever since. And people have actually got in here and got photos, and urban explorers have got in. I don't know how they've got in because, you know, it really is well fortified. Not that I would try and get in and get footage for you, I wouldn't do that. But here's some pictures that other people have taken from the inside of the station. There you go, Manchester's answer to the Berlin Wall. How people have got in here and filmed, I don't know, but they have done. But just that guard dogs alone is enough to see me off, to be honest with you, that guard dog sign. So I'm just going to show you through the gap in the fence here something quite interesting. They have arrived. So at the back of Mayfield, that picture you're looking at now, there's some, I don't know, there's an organisation in there now, and at the weekend you can go down there and I think you can have food. And now I've never been and I want to go, but the huts that you're looking at there, the steel huts on the left, I think they serve food and there might be a bar in there. I know they launched the Manchester International Festival from inside there as well, so maybe it isn't quite as desolate as I think it is inside, but there's something happening there. I'm not quite sure what it is. Very interesting. But look at the people hanging from the air on the umbrellas. That is one sculpture I really like, and I've took pictures of that. Anyway, just behind me over here in an archway, I need to show you this because this is amazing, and it's inspired another video I want to do about the River Medlock. But there's an archway over there. Where is it? There's an archway just there. The side of that archway there, see it? Let's go and look at that because it's awe-inspiring. So take a look at this just over here now. it's like a cathedral. I think it's the River Medlock being culverted underneath the vast railway arches, but because the River Medlock is so low down and the railway arches are so high, like I say, it's like a cathedral. Look at this. Let's just see if we can go to the other side there and take a look at it from the other direction. Right, we're here, North Western Street this, and I think we're on the other side of that. Shall we call it the cathedral? Whoa, we're going to get a closer look at this. No, we're not. Where's it gone? It's disappeared. Oh, it's there. Ah, so you can't see it from that side, because look at this. There's like a yard here. There's like this yard, and then the cathedral is there on the other side of that, so we can't check it out, unfortunately, but it must run that way. So let's go down another street there, or there looks to be a bridge over there. Let's go and have a look. Yep, there we go, River Medlock. Nice little interesting tunnel there. I wonder if that's like another little brook that meets it somewhere, and then it runs round there. That's what gets me the most about these railway arches. You can see how far they stretch that way, and how far they stretch this way behind me, all the way there, all the way down there, all the way down there into Piccadilly Station. And can you imagine the task that it was, bringing the railway in at such a high level and making it sort of like coming to Piccadilly Station? The arches, you know, I'd give up. You'd look at it and you'd go, this can't be done. You know, the amount of effort it must have took to build these arches. This must have been like a vast project, because there's not just the railway arches, there's the station itself, there's Mayfield Station, there's all the branch off lines, and it's just, honestly, it must have been similar to building the pyramids. The amount of bricks, the amount of manpower it would have took. Just that sort of railway arch behind me there, look at that. The sort of effort that goes into that. I'm not quite sure what that says. What does it say? Something Ardwick, back Ardwick, I'm not sure. So in the end, I had to just give up, stop filming and give up, because the rain just never stopped. And in fact, in some of the shots, you could see the raindrops on the camera. And the worst of it is, sometimes you're aware of it and you wipe the camera, and sometimes you're not aware of it and you get home and you go, oh! So it's really difficult vlogging in the rain. So it weren't a vlog about anything in particular, but it was just, at least we found the cathedral from hell, didn't we? And that was good enough. I loved that place. I thought it was amazing. Speaking of cathedral from hell and culverts and waterways, do you remember a video I did called, was it Lost Waterways? Manchester's Lost Waterways? Anyway, that video did quite well, and it was in a Facebook group, and it inspired quite a bit of conversation. And one of the people that was asking me and correcting me in a nice way and telling me about the waterways around Manchester was a guy called Jeffrey. And he was talking to me and everything, and I said to him, you sound quite knowledgeable about this, you know, have you researched it or something? And he said to me, I wrote the book, The Lost Rivers of Manchester. So I said, really? Turns out he did. He wrote a book called The Lost Rivers of Manchester, and he said to me he wrote it in the 80s. Well, he researched it and it was released in the 80s. So I was like, wow, I would love to get hold of that book. And he said to me, well, it's out of print now. You can only get it second hand. So what did I do? Sure enough, I looked it up on eBay, not there. Waterstones, not there. Found it on Amazon. Guess how much? Bearing in mind that when this was released in the 80s, it probably cost about £6 or £7. £49 for this paperback book that's now out of print. £49. I was like, oh my God. Anyway, a few days ago it came back to mind, and I went back on Amazon, and there it was. Guess how much? £4. £4. So I was like, £4, and I was like, I only had my phone with me, so I had the Amazon app, and I was like, I couldn't get on it fast enough. I was just like, I've got to get it. So I managed to get it, got it with postage and packing for £6. There it is. The Lost Rivers of Manchester. So we'll just take a quick look at it. There's quite a bit of reading involved in it, but it looks really interesting. I shall it'll probably inspire a few videos, this, and Jeffrey who wrote it, I'll have to acknowledge him, Jeffrey Ashworth, the writer. But the only problem is, I think some of the places where he's researched, from just looking at it roughly, some of the places he's researched and some of the photos are from the 80s. So I'm hoping that, you know, if there's any clues of these lost rivers, that they're not completely disappeared in the subsequent 20-30 years since the 80s. So hopefully it'll inspire another video of that. So I was really chuffed about that. In fact, let's just go and check on Amazon now, because I'm sure I saw it again on there, back at 49 quid. Let's just have a quick look on Amazon. The Lost Rivers of Manchester. Look how much that is. I don't know if you can see that, 37 quid. £37.23. So I've definitely got myself a bargain there. Okay, so just before we end the video, seems as we've been looking at disused stations in this video, a bit of a quiz for you. Now I realise it's aimed at people who might have a knowledge of Manchester, so if you're not from Manchester, I do apologise. I'm glad you're here, but I do apologise. So this is the question, I want you to answer it in the comments down below. In the city centre of Manchester, how many stations are there or were there? Okay, not tram stations, railway stations. In your answer, you can include disused stations or stations that aren't really there much anymore. So I've got the answer to 8 stations. So centre of Manchester, including disused stations, how many railway stations are there in Manchester? I've got 8. How many do you get? Do we agree, or do you know more than me? Answer in the comments down below. There's no prize. Or if I see you, I'll buy you a coffee or a beer or something like that. So there's no actual prize, but let's just see if I'm right, or let's see if you can correct me. I had a discussion with a friend a while ago and we both got it to 8. We couldn't get it more than 8. Okay, so there you go, a bit of a quiz for you. Thanks for watching the video. If you recently subscribed, thank you so much for subscribing. If you've been with me for a long time, thank you so much for supporting me and making these videos. You are the reason I go out there in the rain and do these videos, for your feedback and with your support. Thank you very much. The next video is in progress and I shall see you very soon in that video. Take care, bye for now. And the moral of this vlog is, don't try and vlog in the pouring down rain in October. It's shit.